poor. The furniture is fine, the doors are solid, the family works hard, and yet, money never seems to stay. It comes in and quietly slips away. Plans are made, but always delayed. Unexpected expenses appear without warning, and over time, the home begins to feel heavy, as if the air itself has lost its ease. Many people think this is bad luck. Some blame timing. Others blame themselves. But in Feng Shui, we often see something very different. Sometimes the problem is not big at all. Sometimes it is hidden in a detail so ordinary that people walk past it every single day. Let me ask you a gentle question. What if I told you that a single calendar hung in the wrong place can quietly disturb the flow of wealth in your home? Not because the calendar is unlucky, not because it carries bad energy, but because it represents time. And time, when placed incorrectly, does not support stability. It creates pressure. Movement where there should be calm. Restlessness where wealth needs stillness. I'm not here to frighten you, and I'm not here to judge your home. I'm here to explain how energy moves and why small adjustments can create very real change. In the next section, I will show you 7 locations where many families unknowingly hang their calendar and slowly weaken their money flow without realizing it. Before we continue, take a moment. If you are open to improving the energy of your home, type this affirmation in the comments. I welcome positive time energy into my life. And if this teaching resonates with you, please like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the guidance coming next. Let us continue. Slowly, clearly, and with awareness. The core Feng Shui principle. What is a calendar? In everyday life, a calendar looks simple. Paper, dates, boxes to mark your plans. But in Feng Shui, a calendar is not just paper. A calendar is a symbol of time, and time is one of the most active forces inside any home. Time is movement. It is the flow of change. It is the rhythm that pushes life forward, one day after another, one page after another. That is why a calendar carries a very specific kind of energy. Some objects in your home are meant to hold energy. They need stillness. They need calm. They are like a jar that stores something precious. Other areas in your home are meant to grow energy. They need light, circulation, and life. They are like a garden. This is the central principle you must remember. Movement and stillness must be placed correctly. In Feng Shui, we call this the balance of active and quiet, holding and flowing, keeping and leaking. Here's the line I want you to carry with you. Where time is placed, that area gets pushed. If you place a calendar over something that should remain stable, you create pressure, you create restlessness, and wealth becomes harder to settle. But if you place a calendar in a space that supports growth, light, and healthy circulation, time becomes nourishing. It becomes momentum. It becomes a quiet partner that helps your fortune build naturally. So this teaching is not superstition. It is not fear. It is placement. It is alignment. It is understanding how time interacts with the energy of your home. Now, with that foundation in your mind, we can move into the practical part. Right now, I want you to check your home, because we are about to go through 7 locations where many people hang a calendar without thinking and unknowingly disturb their wealth flow. Let's begin. 7 places you must never hang a calendar. Number 1. Above the main door frame. In Feng Shui, the main door is not just an entrance. It is known as the mouth of Qi, the place where energy, opportunity, and wealth first enter your home. Every day, when you open that door, your house breathes. Fresh energy comes in, new possibilities arrive. Now let us look at what a calendar represents. A calendar is time in motion. Each page turning is a signal of movement, urgency, and forward pressure. When you hang a calendar directly above the main door frame, you are placing the pressure of time right on top of the place where wealth is trying to enter. Energetically, this creates tension. Instead of qi flowing smoothly inside, it feels rushed, interrupted, as if something is pushing it back before it can settle. This is why people living in homes with a calendar above the door often describe the same experience. Opportunities appear, but disappear just as quickly. Deals almost close, but fall apart at the last moment. Money comes in, but never seems to stay long enough to build stability. It is not dramatic loss. It is constant near misses. In Feng Shui language, this is time pressing down on the mouth of Qi, making fortune hesitate. The home begins to feel busy but unproductive, active yet unrewarded. If this sounds familiar, pause for a moment. Look at your main door. Look at what sits directly above it. Sometimes wealth does not leave because you are doing something wrong. Sometimes it simply cannot enter properly because the doorway is under pressure. This is the first place you should always check. Number 2. Inside the bathroom or damp areas. In Feng Shui, the bathroom holds a very specific kind of energy. It is a place of release, a place where things are washed away and let go. Because of this function, bathrooms carry strong yin energy, heavy, downward, and draining by nature. Even when they are clean, bright, and well-designed, their energetic role does not change. Now remember what a calendar represents. A calendar is living time. It is forward movement, growth, the pulse of life advancing day by day. When you hang a calendar inside a bathroom, you are placing active life force into a space designed to flush energy away. Energetically, this is like letting time go down the drain. The result is rarely dramatic. Instead, it shows up quietly in daily life, small but constant expenses. Money spent on repairs, replacements, medical bills, or fees. Nothing catastrophic, just enough to keep wealth from building. At the same time, people often report feeling tired for no clear reason. Low motivation, emotional heaviness, a sense of being off, even when life seems normal on the surface. This happens because the calendar's energy is being weakened and pulled downward by the bathroom's function. In Feng Shui, we never place symbols of growth, movement, or vitality in spaces meant for disposal. Not because the bathroom is bad, but because it has a different job. If you find a calendar in this area of your home, do not judge yourself. Simply understand this. When time is placed in a space of release, wealth and vitality are released with it. Move the calendar to a brighter, drier living area and allow time to support you again instead of draining you quietly. Number 3. Inside the bedroom, especially above the headboard. The bedroom is the most yin space in your home. It is designed for rest, recovery, and restoration. In Feng Shui, this room has one primary purpose: to allow the body to stop moving and the mind to let go. Now consider what a calendar does. A calendar quietly reminds you that time is passing. Days are flipping. Deadlines are approaching. Another month is already moving forward. Even when you are not consciously looking at it, your nervous system still feels its presence. When a calendar is placed inside the bedroom, especially above the headboard, it introduces movement into a space that needs stillness. Energetically, this creates conflict. The body wants to slow down, but time is being visually and symbolically pushed forward. This is why people with a calendar in the bedroom often experience similar issues: sleep that feels light or broken, vivid dreams or restless nights, waking up tired, even after enough hours of rest. For some, it shows up as anxiety. For others, a subtle sense that the mind never fully shuts off. In Feng Shui terms, this is called time pressing on rest. And when rest is disturbed, everything else begins to weaken: health, focus, emotional balance, and eventually financial stability. Wealth is not built by constant motion alone. It is built by proper recovery. If your bedroom does not allow true rest, your energy never fully refills. So take a gentle look at your sleeping space. If time is watching you while you sleep, your body never truly relaxes. Move the calendar out of the bedroom. Let time wait outside. Your rest and your fortune will thank you quietly. Number 4. On the inner side of the main door. Many people hang a calendar on the inside surface of the main door because it feels practical, easy to see, easy to check before leaving the house. But in Feng Shui, this is a serious mistake. The moment you open your front door, fresh qi enters your home. This is the first point where wealth energy connects with your living space. That energy needs a brief moment to arrive, settle, and orient itself. When a calendar is placed on the inner side of the door, time interrupts that process immediately. Before opportunity can stabilize, it is pushed forward again. Energetically, this creates a pattern of misalignment. People living in homes with a calendar on the inner door often experience the same frustrating theme. Important plans almost work out, but not quite. Deals reach the final stage, then fall apart. Effort is made, yet the result never fully lands. It feels like life is always one step ahead, never allowing you to catch up. In Feng Shui language, this is called incoming qi being scattered. Time hits it too fast. Momentum breaks before it can root. This does not mean you lack ability, and it does not mean luck has abandoned you. It simply means the entrance is not being given respect. The front door is not a bulletin board. It is a gateway. If you want opportunity to stay, it must first be allowed to enter calmly. Take a look at your main door from the inside. If time is the first thing energy meets, nothing has the chance to settle. Give wealth a moment to arrive before time pushes it away again. Number 5. On top of a safe or the refrigerator. In Feng Shui, both the safe and the refrigerator belong to the metal element. They symbolize storage, preservation, and accumulated wealth. These objects have one essential requirement: stillness. A safe holds money. A refrigerator holds nourishment. Both are meant to keep resources contained and stable. Now look again at what a calendar represents. A calendar is constant motion. Every day flips forward. Every page signals change, urgency, and movement. When you place a calendar on top of a safe or refrigerator, you are putting moving time directly above stored wealth. Energetically, this creates imbalance. The energy that should stay grounded is being pushed to move. This is why people in these homes often experience a familiar pattern. Money comes in quickly, but leaves just as fast. Income rises, yet savings never grow. Unexpected expenses appear right after progress is made. In Feng Shui terms, this is called wealth without anchoring. The metal element cannot hold when constant motion presses down from above. The refrigerator also reflects daily stability. When its calm energy is disturbed, households may feel financially unsettled or always slightly behind, even with good effort. This is not punishment, it is physics of energy. You would not shake a jar and expect its contents to remain still. So take a moment to check your kitchen and your safe. If time is placed above what should be preserved, nothing feels secure. Move the calendar to a wall with light and breathing space. Allow wealth to rest. Only what can rest can truly stay. Number 6. Near the staircase area. In Feng Shui, staircases are zones of constant movement. Energy travels up, energy travels down. Rarely does it pause. This makes the staircase one of the most unstable energetic areas in a home. Now consider what happens when a calendar is placed here. A calendar already represents time in motion, days advancing, momentum pushing forward. When you combine moving time with moving qi, the result is amplification. Instead of balance, you get fluctuation. People living in homes where a calendar hangs near the stairs often describe a similar experience. Life feels busy, but progress feels thin. There is effort, but little accumulation. Money moves, yet savings struggle to grow. In Feng Shui language, this is known as unrooted energy. Nothing settles long enough to build strength. Emotionally, this can show up as restlessness, a feeling of always being in between stages. Hard to fully relax, hard to fully commit. Especially when the calendar is placed at the top or bottom of the stairs, the energetic pull becomes stronger. It is like placing a river inside a river. The flow becomes turbulent. This does not mean staircases are bad. They simply need calm companions, not additional movement. If you must place a calendar nearby, choose a side wall, never directly facing the steps. Give time a place where it can move gently, without being swept away by footsteps and motion. When energy settles, wealth finds a foundation. Without stillness, nothing truly accumulates. Number 7. Facing the altar. The altar is a sacred space. In Feng Shui, it represents stillness beyond time. It connects the present moment with ancestors, spiritual roots, and continuity across generations. This space is not about movement. It is about grounding, reverence, and stability. Now consider the nature of a calendar. A calendar measures passing time. It tracks days moving forward, months ending, years changing. It is the symbol of impermanence. When a calendar directly faces the altar, these two forces come into conflict. Stillness meets motion. Timelessness meets urgency. Energetically, this creates disturbance. Instead of feeling supported by ancestral energy, the home may feel unsettled. Rituals lose their sense of depth. Prayers feel rushed or disconnected. In daily life, this often shows up quietly. Family members feel less patient with one another. Small misunderstandings grow faster than they should. There is a subtle tension that has no clear cause. In Feng Shui language, this is called spiritual interference. Time is not meant to look directly at what is timeless. This does not mean the calendar is disrespectful, and it does not mean the altar is weak. It simply means their roles are different. The altar needs space to remain still. The calendar needs space to move freely. When they face each other, neither can function properly. If your calendar is positioned opposite the altar, consider relocating it gently. Allow the altar to remain untouched by urgency. Allow time to flow elsewhere. When spiritual grounding is restored, family harmony returns, and prosperity has a stronger foundation to grow. 8 auspicious places to hang a calendar. Up to this point, we have talked about what to avoid. That is important, but it is not enough. True Feng Shui is not about fear. It is about alignment. Once you remove pressure from the wrong places, the next step is to guide time into the right ones. When placed correctly, a calendar does not create stress. It becomes a quiet partner, helping opportunity grow, helping wealth stay, helping life feel more supported. Let us now walk through 8 auspicious locations where time can nourish your home instead of draining it. 1. The living room, east or southeast wall. The living room is the heart of the home. It is where energy gathers, circulates, and connects people. In Feng Shui, the east represents new beginnings and growth. The southeast represents the wealth sector. When a calendar is placed on one of these walls, time aligns with expansion rather than pressure. Days feel purposeful instead of rushed. Plans move forward more smoothly. Make sure the calendar is visible, but not under harsh lighting or heavy furniture. Time should feel present, not overpowering. 2. Near a window with natural light. Light is life. Air is movement. When a calendar is placed near a window, time merges with sunlight and fresh qi. Each new page becomes a renewal, not a reminder of loss. This placement is especially helpful for people who feel stuck or uninspired. One simple rule: do not block the calendar with thick curtains. Let time and light breathe together. 3. Next to a wall clock, not touching. A clock tracks moments. A calendar tracks journeys. When placed side by side, they create harmony between short-term action and long-term direction. In traditional Feng Shui, this is called time synchronization. Important rule: never place the calendar directly under the clock. Leave at least a hand's width between them. Time must be allowed to breathe. 4. Near the dining table. The dining table represents nourishment, connection, and shared rhythm. When a calendar is placed nearby, not too close, not blocking movement, time becomes associated with family harmony. Meals feel calmer. Conversations flow more easily. In Feng Shui, wealth grows best in places where people connect naturally.
5. Near a Buddha image or positive spiritual symbol.
When time is placed near symbols of compassion, wisdom, or virtue, it becomes meaningful time. Each glance at the calendar is a reminder to live consciously. This placement does not force luck, it attracts it gently. Important note: never place the calendar directly over or touching sacred objects. Respectful distance allows energy to circulate.
6. A bright, well-ventilated hallway.
Hallways act like blood vessels in the home. They carry energy from the front door to every room. A calendar placed here with good light and airflow allows time to move calmly through the house. Avoid low ceilings or harsh lights. Time should feel open, not compressed.
7. A study room or home office.
In spaces of focus and learning, a calendar becomes a gentle guide. It reminds you that time is passing without creating pressure. This placement supports productivity, clarity, and disciplined progress. Keep the calendar at eye level with soft lighting. Time should guide, not judge.
8.
Near healthy green plants. Plants represent growth, vitality, and renewal. When a calendar is placed near a healthy, living plant, time feels alive rather than rigid. This combination is powerful for long-term prosperity. Just one condition: the plant must be healthy. A dying plant weakens time's support.
Master Yip's simple rule to remember.
If you forget everything else, remember this: light, air, no rush. Time thrives where there is brightness. It flows best where there is space to breathe. And it supports wealth only when it is not forced. Place time gently, and it will carry you far.
6 common mistakes when hanging or replacing a calendar.
Even when a calendar is placed in a good location, many people still feel stuck, delayed, or unsettled. In Feng Shui, the problem is often not where the calendar is placed, but how it is introduced, chosen, and treated. Time responds to respect, and small habits can quietly weaken its support. Let us look at 6 common mistakes that many households make without realizing it.
1. Hanging a new calendar at night.
Nighttime is dominated by yin energy, quiet, heavy, inward. When you introduce a new calendar during the night, you are launching a fresh time cycle inside low, resting energy. Psychologically, this creates sluggish momentum. Energetically, it slows progress from the very beginning. This is why some people feel stuck right after changing their calendar. The correct approach is simple. Hang a new calendar in the morning, preferably with natural light present. Let time begin with yang energy.
2. Reusing old or torn calendars.
An old calendar represents completed time. Its role is finished. When people reuse it because it still works, they symbolically cling to the past. This creates a psychological loop and an energetic one. Progress feels circular. Effort increases, but results repeat. A fresh calendar signals readiness for new cycles. Let old time rest.
3. Choosing dark, aggressive, or violent images.
Images affect the nervous system. Dark tones, conflict scenes, or aggressive visuals keep the mind subtly alert. Every time you glance at the calendar, tension is reinforced. Over time, this affects mood, communication, and focus. In Feng Shui, Time should feel supportive, not threatening. Choose images that feel calm, open, and life-affirming. 4. Hanging the calendar in the southwest corner. In the Bagua system, the southwest governs relationships and family harmony. This area needs stability. Placing a symbol of constant movement here introduces restlessness into emotional bonds. Psychologically, it can increase impatience. Energetically, it weakens grounding. Time should not rush relationships. 5. Discarding the old calendar carelessly. A calendar records an entire year of lived experience. Tearing it down angrily or throwing it away without care signals disrespect toward time that has shaped you. This can create a subtle break in continuity. A better practice is simple. Remove the old calendar calmly, fold it neatly, and let it rest for a day before disposal. This creates a clean transition. 6. Using oversized calendars with harsh colors directly in front of you. Large calendars placed directly in your line of sight can feel like time is watching you. Psychologically, this creates pressure. Energetically, it compresses mental space. People in these environments often feel rushed, tense, or behind. Time should guide, not intimidate. Choose proportion and softness. The deeper lesson. These mistakes share one root cause: treating time casually. In Feng Shui, time is not neutral. When you respect it, it supports you. When you rush it, ignore it, or misuse it, it quietly withdraws its help. Adjust these habits, and you may feel your life become smoother without force. As we come to the end of this teaching, there is one truth I want you to remember. A calendar is not just an object on the wall. It is a symbol. And time is not something abstract. It is a living current, moving through your home, through your habits, through your decisions each day. When time is placed with awareness, it supports growth. It allows wealth to settle. It gives life a rhythm that feels natural instead of rushed. But when time is placed without thought, it creates pressure, restlessness, and a feeling that nothing ever quite lands. This is why Feng Shui is never about superstition. It is about position. As Master Yip often says, Feng Shui does not choose the most talented person. Feng Shui chooses the person who stands in the right current. You do not need to change your entire home. You do not need expensive objects. Sometimes, all it takes is adjusting how you treat time. So after this video, take a quiet walk through your home. Look at where your calendar is placed. Ask yourself one simple question. Is time being rushed here, or is it being supported? If this teaching has brought clarity, please type this affirmation in the comments. I align my home with positive time energy. If you found value here, like this video, share it with someone who may need it, and subscribe to the channel so you can continue learning with us. In the next teachings, I will guide you through a simple ritual for hanging a calendar at the start of the year, and show you how to activate time energy for wealth and stability in 2026. Until then, move gently, place time wisely, and allow fortune to grow at its own natural pace.